Hi, I'm Molly, week 2 of the Private AI Valuation Agent. Last week I proved by hand that SEC filings give you a share price for companies that have no public price. This week I scaled that from one company to 14 quarters of data, and the machine immediately found 3 things my hand check had missed. Last week one company checked by hand, this week 80 million rows checked by machine. Scale does 2 things. It shows you the shape a private valuation actually moves in, and it finds the mistakes a hand check was too small to catch. I pulled 14 quarters of the SEC's bulk data, about 6 gigabytes, 80.5 million individual holdings, every position held by every registered fund in the country. That filters down to 22 million private positions, and then to about 5,800 marks on the companies I track. Every stage reconciles against the stage above it. Here's what that buys: a price history for Anthropic, rebuilt entirely from filings. 33 observation dates from about $12 a share in 2023 to over $300 this April. Look at the shape, it is a staircase. The price sits flat for months, then jumps because these marks only move when there's a new funding round. And at that 259 step, 7 completely independent fund managers, BlackRock, Fidelity, Rowe Price, Capital Group, and 3 more, all reporting the identical price to the cent on the same date. 24 separate registrations, but only 7 actual decision makers. 7 is the honest number. Then I went looking for something and could not find it. The 589 mark I verified by hand last week is not in this data at all. The bulk archive is organized by when a fund files, not by the period the filing covers. Funds file about 8 weeks late, so the newest data in the second quarter archive only reaches April 30th. 2 more traps, both caught before they did damage. 4 of Fidelity's funds file under a name that never says Fidelity. Variable insurance products 1 through 4. My code counted one manager as 5, inflating the exact number this project exists to measure. And this, one SpaceX filing, one company, common stock at $112 and preferred at $11.20, exactly 10 times apart inside a single document, 309 cases of it across the panel, and no other company in the data does it at all. Week 2 on one page, 14 quarters loaded, 80.5 million rows reconciled down to 5,800 marks. Anthropic's price history is a staircase, and 7 independent managers agree on the step. 3 defects caught before they did damage. Next week, the live filings, because that is now the only way to reach anything recent. Your turn, paste this into Claude. Take a fund you know, pull its last 2 form import filings from Edgar, and compare the period end date inside the filing with the date the filing was actually accepted. Then ask what that gap means for anything you would conclude from the latest data. That is the trap I walked into this week. Every dataset has a publication lag, and it is almost never the same as the label on the box. Bulk ingestion at scale. Week 2 of the Private AI Valuation Agent. Molly for Humanitarians AI.